Hey, this is Terra Invicta,
Woo!
episode 69.
Oh, wait. Yes.
Yeah, Terra Invicta. Breaking hearts and blasting farts.
What? Okay. We're gonna do Dungeon Delve today. Good old classic Dungeon Delve, and I'm gonna slowly die from heat exhaustion because of how hot it is in this room right now.
You need a fan in there.
I have multiple fans in here, Seth, but I'm a professional, and I'm not going to play them.
Turn the fans on.
No, I'm not going to turn them on when we're streaming. That's not how this works. That's no.
You are a victim.
Zoom filter stuff out.
No, but we've talked about this before. I have a live feed from my microphone that goes into OBS. It does not go through Zoom and then back out. That would sound terrible. So
if you just had a fan, not even like it in the room, not necessarily facing you, just something circulating air.
Caleb's just worried that that we would hear only fans through his mic if he turned them on.
Jordan's just on a roll tonight.
I got that one. Yep.
So you find yourselves in a dungeon.
Did we get to the dungeon yet?
Well, actually, you know what? There is something that I wanted to talk
We had
about
a window.
Yes, there is.
Oh, right. That was directly into the dungeon. I thought that was.
Yeah. It's a temple, but yeah, the dungeon proper. There was one thing that I did forget to mention about the prison camp, and I think it's because when I copied things over, I didn't quite finish the entry. So you did an investigation check, I believe, on it, Audrin, and I told you basically found nothing, but I think there is one thing you find, and I'm going to double check that is the case, but I'm pretty sure there is something important. It's not treasure, unfortunately. Here we go.
What's the point?
Okay, here we go. So, one of the huts, the one that you assume Zolan was living in, contains a book written in Abyssal, and it contains an accounting of the number of victims who have been sacrificed since his arrival here a year ago. A year ago. Yeah. I'm trying to make sure the timing lines up on this. I think it might have been less than that. I don't think it matters that much. So it says 160 sacrifices have been made to date, with 23 indicated as special sacrifices. You're not sure what that means, but this is like the ledger you're going through. It also tracks how many shadow pearls have been sent below, quote unquote, for completion. Since his arrival, he's seen 44 pearls sent below. He's placed check marks next to several of these shipments, indicating that all but 9 of these have arrived at Scuttle Cove, which is the pirate capital. So this ledger is actually kind of an important piece of data because, obviously it's like, oh, sacrifices, that's terrible. But also, 44 shadow pearls, that's like a number that you were not aware of. That's a lot of shadow pearls.
Yeah, that's not okay.
Yeah, and it sounds like they all went through Scuttle Cove, the pirate city, and then from there went on to somewhere else for distribution. So it's possible if you go to Scuttle Cove, you could find more information on like where they actually went. But it sounds like it's like that's already happened. Like, right, this is past tense. They are out in the world somewhere, waiting to go off. So that kind of immediately sets the tone for like you weren't entirely sure before exactly how far along Demogorgon's plan was. But like, this is pretty far along. So I don't know if you guys have any comments or thoughts on that as characters, but that's what you find.
I'll just be honest, I was almost expecting more, and I don't know if that would have been better or worse.
Keep in mind, I would say this ledger only maybe goes through like 7 or 8 months of time, probably. So like,
there could be a lot more.
There could be more before that. You don't know how long this is.
I was expecting like hundreds is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, hundreds. There's been 44 in the last 7 months, but you don't know how long they've been making shadow pearls. So it could be hundreds, right? True. It's just, yeah. So yeah, I don't know if you have
44 was them slowing down production by
right, exactly. Yeah, you have no context for like what that means, but you just like 44 at all. That's a lot of shadow pearls, especially because like as far as you're aware, it's like a mile distance that they can cover, You get those in like several major cities. Like that's instant chaos.
Brent's like, chaos? I'm cool with that.
And who knows, like, what other magical shenanigans might be able to be done if you get all the shadow pearls in the right places and set them off at the same time. Like, you don't know anything about what like bigger ritual might be involved here.
We'll be able to summon Shadow Shenron, who will grant us wishes.
I was going Full Metal Alchemist personally.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, any thoughts, any comments, anything you guys do about this in the immediate, or have a conversation you have about it? Otherwise, we
I
just
want to
kind
know
of,
what special sacrifices are.
You have no idea. Yeah, there's no indication. It's like there's only like a little like asterisk next to it or something like that, right? Like they're pointed out in some way, and like this is him writing it. This is Zolan writing it, so you might be able to get more information from him when they get back. If you have a chance to interrogate him later. But the only thing he does, he just kind of notes that they are special sacrifices, and that's all it is. So, you're not sure.
Weird.
Do you want to make an insight check for me, Anna?
Oh, I would love nothing more.
But you're about to say I'd love nothing less.
21.
21, okay. I think with a 21, that's not too bad. I don't know if Zolan would be actively opposing this, but I'm gonna roll for him anyway, just to set myself a difficulty. Just because I'm not entirely sure what the difficulty would actually be here. Okay, so you don't quite understand. Like you feel like there's some logic to why he's marked the sacrifice as special and vice versa. But you can't quite puzzle it out. He's not obvious enough with anything in the ledger to make it clear, or more clear than it already is. So, is it just through the window, through the looking glass, through the
window, through the wall? Actually, I'm not going to complete the rest of that because I'm pretty sure.
I was really wondering where you were going to go with that, Seth. I
mainly know that because of a meme that I will send you guys.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't really see what else we do besides just go in.
Go in? All right. We should probably make a stealth check. I mean, it's possible that someone heard what happened out here, but that's probably the first thing we do. Who's been making these rolls again?
Who's the guy in heavy armor? NPC?
That was Tanakh. Yeah, and he's not here.
There's someone recently.
Yeah, it's Tanakh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tanakh made it last time, and
he just left. So
he just left. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he's not here. Yep.
So does that go back to Takui then?
I think it does. I don't think
is it me?
I think it is now. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Sure.
I think the only difference between the two of you was he had disadvantage.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So go ahead and make a stealth check, and we'll see.
Plus 3 to stealth. It's not terrible.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I was gonna say famous last words, but I didn't want to jinx it.
Fail. All right. Yeah, that works. Yeah, that works. Okay. Yep.
Hey guys, we're coming in. We're coming to check out the dungeon.
Yeah, I'd like to say that like we see like Anna and Audrin and Damien and even Vren like just kind of like very like neatly and easily kind of like slide in through the window and and then we see Takui and she's like like falls over and like cracks on the glass and yeah.
Vren will just go, well, there goes the element of surprise.
Yeah, but I'll go ahead and drag you guys to this.
I don't know why, but I really thought Ren was about to say, well, there goes the neighborhood. Like, what does that mean?
All right, let me know if you have any trouble seeing things on this.
Yeah, there's a lot of darkness in front of us. I'd like you just to bright up everything.
Can you see the corridor that you were in currently?
Just a small.
Yes, I just want to see everything else too.
Well, that's no.
Yeah.
Cool. So this is the door right here, the big doors, and the window's kind of like, I mean, it's like a double door, so you wouldn't have put it like straight center. up to you, Audrin, which side, like which door you put it in. The window.
The right one.
All right, sounds good.
Also,
yeah.
why couldn't we have put it straight center? I'm confused.
I don't think like you have to put the window on a surface, right? Like you can't put it on two surfaces that happen to be right next to each other.
Okay, I guess I'll accept the answer.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, go ahead and do your dungeon in, and I'll let you know what happens as you go here.
Okay.
Whee!
Dungeon. Come on. There we go.
So I guess part of the question is like, here's the question before you go any further. Like, are you going as the group in a particular order, or is like Audrin flying ahead, Anna going ahead? Like, are we scouting? What's happening here?
I mean, I feel like normally in this kind of stuff, like I take up the rear because then I can make up the ground really easily.
Yeah, that's
and
what I figured.
Takewee usually, I feel like, goes in the front with.
I think it's Takewee and Audrin. Yeah, Takewee and Audrin.
And then
the way I
usually
had it here was
in the back because I can just hop over everybody super easily if needed.
Hold your horses, everybody. Hold your horses. So you get. Does it make sense that Sprocket would be next to you too, since it's 3 abreast here? Okay. Yeah, that's what I figured. So I figure the order is as thus, as I put it here, right? So I'll just move everybody down the corridor, in that order for now.
I would probably like have somebody who's this person
switch.
up here.
That's Henry.
I would
Switch
have
them.
Henry. Yeah.
Yep. Works for me. Okay. So let's see. Audrin, Takewee, and Sprocket. The moment that you get right there on those 3 squares, you trigger a trap. So what you notice, as a reminder, the entranceway that you just went through is set in the rocky wall between 2 rows of 7-foot-tall stone slabs. The slabs are a monumental entrance is set in this rocky wall. The slabs are carved in the likeness of ceremonial Igbaye guards. A pair of 15-foot-tall stone doors block the entrance, but you just put a window in. And then there's a figure of a 10-foot-tall Igbaye warrior with a lion's head cloak and a ferocious grin carved on both doors. So you probably like just put it in his chest or something, right? The window. And this corridor that you're walking through, the northern and southern walls of this corridor are decorated with abstract designs made of brown, red, and deep green ceramic tiles. That's the only thing really of note until you hit those plates, and then some of those tiles happen to swing in. So they're like kind of, like pivoting horizontally, and so there's an opening in the wall now. And a bunch of spears shoot out. So I'm going to roll a d6 for each of you. We'll start with Sprocket. We'll go down. This should be fun. Okay, so 5 spears shoot out of the wall at Sprocket. Go ahead and roll these. Oops. Okay, well, that was a crit fail, so it missed. You know what? This is too much. I'm gonna make this plus 15 instead. So ignore that second roll. I'm just gonna hide it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm pretty sure all those hit. Yeah, he didn't get lower than a 17. There's no way he doesn't die from these, so he just gets chock full of spears and dies. Poor Sprocket continues to last 1 round and then just goes down to blaze glory. Then we got Audrin. I'm gonna roll a d6. Lucky for you, only 1 spear coming out of the wall. Hits you for with a 27, and is gonna do a d8
How
plus
is the
4.
spear coming out of the wall and hitting Audrin?
That's what I was about to ask.
So they're again, kind of abstract this out in your mind. They're walking across this, and a bunch of spears from both sides are just like, I don't think they're perfectly even the whole time they're walking across this 5-foot area, right? So it's like
Okay.
a bunch of them are shooting out, and it's just kind of randomized to how many are hitting each person. But it makes sense that only one hits Audrey.
So
right?
like the spears are shooting out fully. They're not just like,
Yes, no. They're literally shooting across the room, like, to the other side. Yeah.
Got it. I was picturing they're just like stabbing
don't-
out into
they don't
the hall
stab
and then
out. No, no, no.
retracting.
No, they're just all
This
shooting
makes
out.
more sense now. Okay, I'll allow it.
All right, you take 12 piercing damage, and then go ahead and make a Constitution save for me, Audrey.
I don't like the fact that
Because there's poison on this.
This bad.
A sec. Let me just let my character sheet load. Okay.
Caleb, why you do this to us already? So rude.
Because it's in the adventure. I actually didn't plan this.
Sure you didn't.
Let me just make sure there isn't something that's like, you have immunity to this stuff.
I think the only thing you can do is with like isn't like with a dexterity save? No, that might be just a barbarian. Takewee is, I think, gonna actually, because these are attack rolls, not saves.
No, it's
So-
but any trap though, I have advantage.
Well, I think it's dexterity though. I think that's specifically what
Yeah,
it says.
I know. It's
The
fine.
No, I know.
Right,
What I'm saying is there's no
okay,
save involved here. They're doing
right,
attack
right,
rolls
right,
on you.
right. They're doing attack rolls. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me check something real quick.
I think Jordan can half the damage with his rogue thing, but that's the only thing I can think of.
Not.
Oh, why
It only
not?
works. The wording is if it's an attacker, and this isn't an attacker. This is a trap.
Yes, you're right. Okay, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep, I got nothing.
I'm in trouble because these might hit me really hard.
Didn't I have inspiration at some point? I thought I charged inspiration. Whatever. I guess I don't have it. I'll just constituate. Well, I constituated, Caleb. What do you want me to do?
Nice. Yeah, you succeed. So you feel like you can see the poison on it. But we'll say that like it didn't really. You took 12 points of piercing damage. So I guess it's not that the poison didn't go in you. It's that it did, and you just happened to resist its effects somehow. So
Inigo Montoya.
yeah, except you've built up resistance, I guess. And then Takewee, let's roll d6 for you. 4
Yay.
spears.
Oh no. Okay.
This will be good.
Oh no. Okay.
18,
First one
miss.
misses.
Okay. Hit.
Hit.
34. Okay. Miss. And hit.
Okay. 2 hits.
So 2 hit.
Yep.
Okay, so a d8 plus 4 damage for each of them. Piercing damage. So 12 piercing damage and 7 piercing damage. And then go ahead and make 2 Constitution saving throws for me.
Hold on. Emily's not here to help me math.
Alyssa's already forgotten everything she ever knew because she relied on Emily.
I know. Okay.
People tend to do that.
Okay. All right. Okay. Con save, you said?
2 Constitution saves.
I have to make 2? Oh,
For
God.
each spear. Yep.
God. Oh, no.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh, all right.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter for the second one, right?
Yeah.
Of all people to fail a con save.
All right. Here we go.
Yeah, it feels like you
Oh,
really got caught out
God.
of that.
Oh, no.
Okay, I'm trying to decide. This is I just kind of copied this over verbatim, but it is a very D&D 3.5 thing. You probably are gonna hate me if I have it go through as is. Let me just look
literally-
real quick. They're pretty bad.
Well, here's the other thing. They literally have to crit fail to miss me. This could down me potentially, depending
Well,
on
we
how
know
many
they're
hit me.
there, so you can avoid them.
Oh, is it just you three? I thought it was all of us.
No,
No,
it
it's
was
just
they
the-
triggered a trap
Oh.
that's right there on those tiles.
I thought Caleb said it was all of us.
No.
Okay, I'm feeling a little better now.
Caleb, I just want to know, is this enough to outright kill my character? Because if
No.
the answer is yes, okay. Then if the answer is no, send it.
Okay, all right.
Whoa.
I'm just saying, like,
Whoa.
You take 5 Constitution damage.
what?
Your Constitution lowers by 5. You said to send it.
Nothing could be worse than death.
Oh no.
Why would you tell him to
Permanently?
send it?
No, not permanently. It's a poison.
Oh my god. Okay. All right. Okay. You know what? This is fine.
You may have to recalculate your hit points there.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Do I lose hit points because
Yes.
of that?
Yeah.
Yes. Your max
That's
hit
how
points will go
Constitution
down.
works.
You'll have to recalculate it, but take a moment to do that.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
however way you
okay,
need to.
Okay. All right.
Write down what
okay.
your actual hit points are right now, so you don't forget. Right. But take a
Okay.
moment to do that.
I'll just put it under the temporary hit points, my max.
Yeah. That's fine.
I'll just yeah. Okay. Oh my god. I take it back, Caleb. I love you, and you really shouldn't do this to me. Because this is gonna ruin my armor class too.
I know.
But
I know.
you earned your armor class?
Yes, because I'm a barbarian.
Ew.
Mhm,
It's my dexterity plus my constitution. So I think
Yeah.
I subtract.
Well, now it's just your
3.
dexterity.
So I have an armor class of 17 still. That's not
That's good.
Embarrassing.
awful. But, you know, for a barbarian, that's really embarrassing. Okay. Gosh, I don't even know how to start calculating this. What level are we?
Well, here, real quick before you do that, here's a question. I'm gonna double check. Can you just like heal poison quickly? Like people have magic.
Does someone have lesser restoration?
That is the question. I think Henry does.
I would
I guess,
imagine.
yeah.
I don't know if it. I don't
Yeah,
know
this
if
is the
it
thing.
technically counts.
And that's the thing. This isn't really a 5e effect, so it's
No.
right.
it really
It's not.
isn't.
It's not gonna. Let's do this instead. Don't recalculate your hit points. Take me. This is going to be too complicated, and it won't interact with 5e in the same way. I just kind of copy this over verbatim, well, not without thinking about it. Let's do this. I'm just going to have a massive amount of damage happen to you instead.
Okay.
Funny how that's almost preferable.
56 poison damage.
Okay.
There you go. So
All right, I've got 20 HP left, guys.
I
We can-
doubled.
we'll work with
I
that.
doubled the amount of damage in normal wyvern poison does.
Wait, but she's still poisoned. Is she going to take damage from this over time?
No, she just takes poison damage. She does not gain the poisoned condition.
Okay.
That's the only thing that happens. So there you go. We'll keep it simple. And that's the main reason is like that sort of thing. It doesn't have. If I want to pull that into the game, I should like actually have things that 5e can interact with it. And like decide what it counts as and stuff before I do stuff like that, because that's a pretty significant debuff. So, okay. So, if you guys would like to take a moment to look at the poison, you could figure out what it is. Otherwise, let me just double check this real quick. Okay. Yeah. So the entire area there, right? Actually, here, let me. That whole red splotch, that's where all the spears shot out of the wall. So, let's see. Yeah, Grino in chat says, okay, yeah. I think shadows do strength damage and intellect devourers do intelligence damage, but there's only a few. I think greater restoration is the thing for ability damage, and I think that's correct. But I'm gonna go with this instead. I'll go with this instead. Yeah, it's just less complicated overall. But I'm trying to double check here because it isn't really the best trap design if the moment you walk on it, it shoots out a bunch of spears even in the front of you. But I guess that's what it says. So it's fine. A bunch of spears shot out, and it does look like they're all out now. You could make an investigation check if you want to like check around the area, but it seems like the trap was triggered and there isn't another one in this hallway. But you can search for more. Yeah, with a 23, and honestly, you could get help from. I'm pretty sure Henry has like a really good investigation. I think he has a feat that like gives him a bunch of
I would
bonus
hope
to
so. I don't know how he'd be walking otherwise.
I knew you were going to say something like
it.
See, I think even with that though, Vren's probably gonna get on his broom and fly over the stiles.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a nice jump over that 15-foot section just in case.
Oh, that's so weird. This is literally okay. We had a conversation about this a long time ago when Henry was playing as a character. He was using passive investigation as we were like going through the dungeon, and I was like, that doesn't seem like a thing in 5e. Do you guys tell me what this feat sounds like to you? It says you have a +5 bonus to your passive wisdom, perception, and intelligence investigation scores. Is that there is no? This is the first time and only time that a passive investigation score is ever even hinted at. But I could see how
that's similar to the Is that the feat where like you can read lips and stuff? Is that this feat?
It's observant is the feat.
Yeah.
To me, it sounds like it's saying like
That's what I
passive
think,
this and this, not
That's what
passive
I
this and
think. That's
passive
how I
this.
interpreted it. Way
Yeah.
back when we had this conversation, and I would like to continue interpreting it as that. So as long as you guys are okay with it, I just think having a passive investigation score is too much.
So
Yeah, that doesn't make a lot
would-
of sense.
I think I interpret it the other way where it is passive because the whole thing with observant feat is like your mind is just ready to take in everything, even if you aren't actively paying attention to it.
Yeah.
So like I know that like I'm taking it that way, but I can see how it would be taken the way that it seems like we're ruling it. Like
Yeah, I think
I
I'm gonna rule it that way.
understand that ruling.
Because it only says passive on that part of it, and also this is the only time a passive investigation score is even hinted at being a thing, whereas passive perception score is a thing that's talked about all over in the book.
Yeah.
So it just seems like that's probably the way that it would shake out for me, and I like that better because passive investigation is just, I think that seems overpowered. So anyway, but you can get advantage on that. We can just assume that Henry is helping you every time. Here, Audrun. Unless, I wonder if Henry he might even have a better score than you, though. Up to you, though, Audrun, I guess, if you would be okay with him taking the lead. Yeah, he has a +15 on investigation.
Oh.
So.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. Up to you.
Okay, let's not talk about my sleight of hand.
Right. Would you be okay with Henry taking the lead on investigation?
Yeah,
you
that's
helping
fine.
him? Okay.
Sure.
That way we can always say that Henry's doing something useful the whole time here.
Oh,
So I'll just go and roll for him real quick.
Why would you do that?
Great job,
We had a
Henry.
28. Why would you do that?
I guess we'll just keep the 28 for now. That's pretty sad.
I would like to vote to kick Henry out.
Take him off the island.
Yeah.
Literally.
Anna can just tell that he's failing, and so just kicks him in the face.
Yeah. I have such good insight.
Henry takes a couple steps forward. He's like, I think these shoot spikes. Everybody just looks at it for a second like,
well, we'll just go ahead and rule it how we
Hold
did
on.
it. That makes more sense. We already talked about it as if you were doing it as such.
We didn't know about Henry's investigation skills yet.
Exactly. I think
I'll
that's
be right back.
how it went down. Yeah, you're good. But I think Audrun can confirm here. Him and Henry can confirm that the trap has been triggered. It needs to be manually reset. There's no fear of it going off again. So,
But there might be more.
yes, not to say that there are more traps as you go on here, but that one is triggered. So, Sprocket's dead. Would anyone like to try to?
Would anybody like to heal me? I've got 20 hit points left.
Yeah.
I would love to, but I have
Yeah, I was gonna say, who has
no
the
way
ability?
to.
Benedict.
Benedict and Henry, I think, both have healing stuff.
I must say,
Um,
I do have some healing words that I could use.
Yeah, don't use healing words for this.
No, but
Um,
it might help.
Let me real quick here.
Because it's not like I use spell slots for really anything else.
How many hit dice do you have?
I have all 13.
13. Okay. Oh, right. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you're level 13. Did he do healer's kit on you already? Because it says.
Yeah.
Did you guys take a short
Yeah.
rest?
I think so because I'm missing hit dice.
Oh, I am not.
But I think you weren't hurt in
I am
whatever
not
we
either.
did. Because it was when I almost died with having all those things shoot me and everybody else was on the pyramid. And I tried to go back to everybody because I was actually being good and not running into everything all by myself.
Yeah, we took a short
And
rest then. But my question is, I need to know because
we didn't take a short rest after this battle, though.
So my question is then, did Henry use his healer's kit on you just a second ago?
I'm pretty sure he did.
Okay, so he can't use it. That's fine. Benedict has spells. I just want to make sure that we're being consistent here. Oh, let's take a look. Does anyone have potions?
Potions? I don't know her.
I have a couple bottles of fine alcohol, but I don't.
I
think
have
that'll
one
do the
potion
trick.
of healing.
I think Benedict asks you, Takeaway, how much divine energy would you like me to use?
Well, I'm feeling a 20 out of 140 right now, so.
Dang.
It's like, all right, 1 4th level spell coming right up. Figure out 20 hit points. That wasn't super great.
22, yeah. I think I will cast a healing word on myself as well, just to.
Okay.
Might as well. I can.
Are we just healing Takeway? I can help.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, use cure wounds over healing words.
Yeah,
dude. Go
just
ahead.
Saying it, one won't hurt. I've got 4 spell slots, so.
You say that now, and then the moment that Takeway needs to have a healing word to save someone, just saying.
I'm
just saying. I usually will rage until I quit rage to use healing word. So.
How much are you still down?
A lot.
Okay. So
I still have like a good 96 hit points.
3rd level cure wound.
Okay.
We'll do it. We'll do that.
Sounds good.
This is my only other 3rd level spell slot. And it healed 9.
Well, it healed
so it did 17.
Yeah.
17.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That 8 too, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, well, that's a little bit better.
I can heal you more.
I'm gonna cast healing word on myself. I'm gonna do it.
I've got a lot of spell slots.
I mean, if you think that's wise, then go for it.
How's about... Let's do 1 at 2nd level.
Okay, that's helpful.
Then we'll do 1 at 1st level.
Okay, I'm feeling a lot better now. I've got 89 now. That's more than half, so that I feel pretty good about that.
Cool. Let me know when you would like to continue onward.
I think we're good.
All right, let me describe this room with the pillars up here. And then you can walk around if you wish. All right. The stone walls of this chamber are barren of carvings or decorations, but a horrible stench of decay hangs heavy in the air. Though obviously you can feel a fresh breeze coming from the window back where you came from. Okay, there's like a bad stench in the air that you're not sure the origin of. Audrin, do you know? Do you stop to heal Sprocket, or you just leave him here?
Oh, I heal Sprocket.
How long does that take you to do?
Glad you asked, because it takes a grand total of Sorry,
long,
it's just a wall of text. Yeah, yep. Um,
Yeah, so I assume that
Okay.
Audrin and
well, I probably don't do this because I can use my smith's tools as an action to revive it. But it would take a spell slot to do it.
Yeah, that's probably not worth it.
And then
Do we
it
just-
just
you just
returns
leave
to
him?
life after 1 minute after I do that.
Okay. Do you just leave him in the hallway here then?
Yeah, because here's the deal. At the end of a long rest, I can create a new one.
Okay. Yep, that's fine.
People
Nice Sprocket.
track us by just following the trail of
Dead
sprocket corpses.
I'll just make Sprocket 2.0 after the next long rest.
Sounds good. Okay, go ahead and move your tokens around as you wish. Now this room is pretty much empty. But wherever you'd like to go. Just go ahead and, communicate to each other as to where you're moving people, and then I'll move the NPCs to follow you, and we'll go where you want to go, and I'll stop you wanting to stop you.
Ren probably will be on his broom just because he's a little paranoid.
Yeah, hovering just above the ground.
Yeah. I'm not going to deal with that.
Audrin, take away. You're leading the way. Where do you go?
Mm,
I can also move the group as a group if you guys would rather just do that and just tell me which room you go to.
I mean, we don't really have that much of a reason to split, especially since we know that this place is infested.
Yep. So do you go forward, left, or right?
Let's roll a D3.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just offering ideas.
I would like to roll an intimidation check to intimidate each direction and see which one yields the fastest.
Take me. Do you want to make a perception check for me?
Yes. My passive, though, is 22. So,
Yeah. This is about. It's not about noticing anything in particular. It's you'll know when I have you roll.
okay, 21.
So yeah, about your passive. I think you can tell that there's like you can smell the stench in the air, but you can't quite pinpoint where it's coming from. That was the information. It's
Man,
so
with
strong.
a 21. Holy moly.
It's just too strong in this room. You can't guess where. If
Which
you'd
one?
have to move away from the stench to or realize you're moving towards it before you would realize where it's coming from.
Okay.
I was going to say, if her perception check was worse, would she be able to pinpoint it better because she could smell less of it and find the direction?
Basically what I'm saying is I will tell you, just standing in this room, you don't know where the stench is coming from. The moment you move towards one of the other rooms or get in the other rooms at least, I'll tell you where the stench is coming from. We'll play Marco Polo here, and I'll tell you if you've
It's coming
gotten
from
further away or not.
So my idea of rolling a D3 still stands.
Yep.
You sniff a while and you realize it's Avner. It's a stench of just awfulness.
Avner was the demon all along.
I mean, let's admit it. Avner is the demon that we all want to take out.
Mm-hmm.
At least I want to take out.
I thought that Avner was just the friends we made along the way.
No, Avner's the enemy we made along the way.
Avner's actually the big bad at the end of the campaign.
If this campaign ends with Avner being alive,
Yeah, I think a D3 is not a bad option.
Yeah,
Have we
excellent.
already invested?
Okay,
we've
top to
already
bottom.
investigated.
Bottom it is. Let's go.
All right, sounds good. All right, I'm gonna real quick. I'm gonna move everybody so that you're.
Okay, let me know what happens. I gotta go to the bathroom to back.
No worries. There we go. Going down the hallway. So as you're getting down the hallway, you can tell that the stench. You're moving away from the stench. You can tell that much at least. Which it's probably good. That smelled terrible. So you get to this room up here, and you can see there is some stairs to the east there or to the west there. But it's a square chamber. It's bare of furniture, but its walls are almost entirely covered by friezes depicting processions of ancient Igbaye priests along pyramid-lined city streets.
it has what?
Freezes. I might be pronouncing this wrong.
Because
yeah,
I
no,
thought
it's
you were
freeze.
talking about Frieza from DBZ for a second. and I
No,
was
here
very
I'll
No,
I'll
he's
drop
talking
this
about
in.
like the painting, whatever.
It's
never heard of this.
The
a part of
freezes.
it's a sculptured or richly ornamented band as on a building or piece of furniture. So
Yeah.
I'll drop it in the chat, the dictionary definition.
And like it's something that's in art museums for sure.
Yeah, so like boom, like that.
Yeah.
There you
Hmm.
go. Cool. So you also the floor is cluttered with hundreds of flat copper rings, each about 2 inches in diameter.
For some reason, I was expecting you to say the floor is lava.
But yeah, there's a staircase going down to the west there, and then a corridor going forward south. So far, you haven't encountered anyone.
It might be best we stick to the edge so we can kind of map out. Actually, is there a reason why we're not like seeing like previous?
Sorry, I turned that off for a moment. I'll turn it back on now.
Yeah, so we can know where we've been, so we don't get lost.
Did it show up now? Do you see?
Let me try refreshing.
I can move you guys real quick back through the dungeon so you can explore it. But
Refreshing did not fix it.
then we're real quick. We'll go.
Okay.
Beep, beep.
Okay,
There we
that's
go.
good now.
Did that work?
Was that your technique you thought about speedrunning the dungeon? Just you moving us through the dungeon?
No.
Wait, guys, I just realized Caleb said he didn't have the second level prepared yet. Let's go to the stairs.
That's what I was hoping Seth wouldn't say. You can go down the stairs if you want to.
No, let's scope out the first level before we go down further, so we can make sure we're not getting followed or going to get ambushed.
I appreciate this. All right, you keep going down the corridor. You get to an intersection down here, and there's a door ahead of you. So there's a corridor going to the west there, and ahead of you there are gigantic, probably iron. No, they're stone. Gigantic stone doors, in front of you right now, and honestly, I think it's probably Damien who says, "Oh, well, that's familiar." And he brings out like a sheet of paper and he says, he like holds it out to you, Anna. He says, "These are the doors we're looking for. The weapon is in there." That was easy.
Too easy?
He shrugs.
Oh.
Give me a second. Should we cast detect magic to see if this is trap 2?
You do that.
How many charges do I have left on?
The real hidden weapon was the enemies we made along the way.
So Avner's the weapon? No. I have, according to this, one more charge on my 2 more charges on my wand of detect magic. That sounds right. I haven't used it twice today, have I? I don't think I have.
Don't know.
Because I used it once when we got to the temple. I don't know if I used it since or before. So I'll cast detect magic from the wand. What kind of magic is this? Is there any magic actually at all within 30 feet?
Yes, there's definitely powerful magic on this. But it doesn't seem like anything that would be a trap necessarily. It's the sort of magic that's like, it's like abjuration and stuff. It's the sort of stuff that keeps things closed, keeps things locked, keeps things safe, right? That sort of thing.
So hard to get in, but not.
It's not going to hurt you, you don't think?
Okay, that's good. That's fine. Vern was like,
well, actually, you know what, Vren, actually, give me a second here. Let me take a look at something real quick. Okay, I lied. I think you sense a bunch of different magic. Let's just say all the schools of magic are present here. I forgot about it.
I just look and go, oh, well, this is Well, this seems to be a bit of a mess.
The abjuration is really powerful on it. That's
Mhm.
like the prominent feature. But as you like are filtering out the different magical signals here, you are catching everything pretty much. Lots of magic ahead.
I was about to say they put everything in the kitchen sink on there, but we wouldn't know what the kitchen sink is. So
Medieval equivalent of the kitchen sink. Alchemist's sink.
they put the right lot of everything on this. Uh,
What do you do?
I don't have any way to dispel it.
Yeah.
I could try and disintegrate it, but that doesn't
Me
work on
over
magical
here
things.
like, oh, I won't need a 3rd level spell slot again.
Uh,
I had Dispel Magic prepared.
Dispel magic probably would have done enough for this because that would have
Probably
dispelled
not,
one of the spells.
I know. But it's still funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so if you guys are like hesitating, I think Damien just like looks around and says, "This is what we're here for, Anna."
I mean, yeah, I want to go in, but also I don't have anything to. I'll just go up to the door, I guess.
And like if you hadn't done that, Damien would have gone up too, right? Like, and he.
I mean,
does
maybe
now.
he should have.
Like,
He wants to die.
I mean, I have.
He just wanted to, he was just wondering like are we doing this now, or were you guys going to insist on going somewhere else? But yeah,
Can
as soon as you
I do an Arcana check on this door?
sure, yeah, for sure. You can take a 27. There's Vren is helping you probably, right?
Yeah.
With his
We're
detect
probably
magic
like
and stuff.
trying to talk it out. Like, give
Yeah.
it a second.
So Audrin, yeah, I mean, with Vren's help and whatnot, you can basically sense that like I don't think you think the door is going to trigger anything right now. I think you sense, going back and forth with Vren and with his detect magic and your innate knowledge of arcane stuff. And this is a guess. It's an educated guess on your part. You have a feeling that it won't trigger anything now, but there are certain criteria that will trigger it. You don't know what that would be.
But like, if you try and walk out with the weapon, maybe.
Yeah, something like that, right? Like, or if you, leave before because there's supposed to be like trials or something, right?
If
like
you
you don't
enter
know.
with impure hearts.
Mm-hmm.
Some
Something like that,
weirdness.
right?
I'll probably.
But it seems safe right now to like touch the door and open it.
So I will convey this info to my comrades.
Well, then it seems that Anna is the best person to take it. Go in, grab it, and run.
Yeah, I kind of look back and I'm like, are you okay with me doing this now? Or would you rather... I mean, who knows how long it's going to take to actually clear this place.
Oh, so like there might be multiple... Oh, so it's not like it's not sitting in there on a pedestal.
I don't know.
Well, you guys know that there are supposedly some sort of trials that you're supposed to undergo.
Well, we've already cleared all the trials by picking the right path. And
because I'm kind of like thinking, should I go now while I still am in good health before we're in the middle of a bunch of people? Like, who knows what might happen if we go dungeon diving, and then do they come up here and like take the weapon somewhere else because they know it's like in danger? Like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We already failed our stealth.
Mm-hmm.
And we already triggered the trap.
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay with me doing this now?
I mean, because if anything, right, you should do this now. We leave and then come back, right?
Like if we need to, yeah.
Right.
this is the trial is the trial of luck. And we've already got that on our side clearly because we picked the right path. I'm telling you, this is the right call.
Or we used all of our luck.
Well,
I opened the door.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think Anna opens the door. And Damien and Henry are right behind you. Like they're not waiting for you to go in by yourself. Like, yeah. So they walk in. Do the rest of you walk in? When you open the door, you just see. I'll describe it like as you guys are peering in. All right. So this chamber is a vast dome. Its ceiling arching high above in a majestic arc. The walls of the room are carved from a dark polished stone, and air feels heavy and thick. Dominating the center of the chamber is another large stone dome, slightly smaller than the chamber itself, situated imposingly before you. Directly ahead, at the front of this inner dome, stands a massive metal door, its surface etched with Igbaye writing. In front of the dome lies a vast stone table, meticulously arranged with several objects that seem to have some sort of ritual significance. 7 staffs, 7 large semi-spherical shapes, 7 ram statuettes, and 7 humanoid statuettes, their necks elongated strangely. Each item rests... Yeah, I'm not done yet. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, no.
I was gonna say we gotta go find Aslan and we gotta bring him here.
Oh yeah, there you go. I realized I thought you were gonna have a comment, like a serious comment, and so I was gonna no, let me finish the description first. But then I realized it was just a joke, so I'll let you keep joking. Each item rests in a carefully placed line near its fellows. Situated in a semicircle around the dome are 7 stone pedestals, each adorned with complex carvings. Each pedestal holds 4 distinct depressions at equidistant points in the center of the circle of the pedestal, as well as outer rings inscribed with Igbaye iconography. So, any questions on that description?
Okay, so 7 pedestals around with 4 places to put stuff in each pedestal. Is that what it is?
Yes. So basically, there's like a giant dome inside the dome, right?
Okay.
A metal door on the front of that dome. A stone table in front of that door with all of these weird objects on it, placed in lines, and then 7 pedestals, kind of in a semicircle around the dome, directly in front of you that have, like 4 equidistant points, little depressions that you seem like you could probably put objects into, and then like various iconography and stuff on the pedestals.
Okay.
I figured it out. There's 7 of us. We each have 2 hands and 2 feet. Those hands and feet need to go into these depressions. We go in every single one of us needs to walk up and put our hands and feet in these depressions.
Just
I mean, maybe.
Is the Igbaye language, is that abyssal? Is that what
yeah, it's
we were
abyssal.
saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so can I read anything around here because I speak abyssal?
Yeah. Let's see. Where did I describe it? It was the door. The door has it, and it's pretty straightforward stuff. I don't have an exact wording for you here, but it's basically like, herein lies the weapon. Undergo the trials. You must be pure of heart. Like that. The same sort of stuff that we already know about from what we've gotten from other people. Yeah, I don't think it gives you any new information necessarily. My question here is, do the rest of you walk into? Nothing immediately happens to any of the 3 that walk in. So,
I mean, Vren is not pure of heart, but
it didn't seem like anything bad happens to any of the 3 of them. So
true. Okay, I'll tentatively like go in on my broom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nothing happens.
We'll start to go in.
Okay.
I wonder if I don't know. I think I might stay out to like keep watch or something, since I've got like a good perception or something.
Not a bad idea.
If Takeaway is going to stay out, Audrey would probably stay out as well.
Okay, up to you guys.
I don't want to. We're splitting the party.
I know.
Exactly what I'm trying to avoid.
I know, but I don't know. I just feel like that's what Tick would do. Like, because is this just like one single chamber, basically? Is that what we see when we look in? Like, or
there's a giant dome, and then there's I imagine like Patrick's house, right? Like a giant stone dome, just kind of sitting in front of, like, in the room, and there's all these like pedestals and stuff.
Right, so it's just a room. So that's why I'm not like. That's why I'm not like like if it was like multiple corridors like branching off from it, I'd be like, of course I'm going in.
Right.
What about?
It's just one room. I'm like, I feel like we should stay watch. Like one of us should at least stay watch.
What about coming in and closing? I guess if we come in and close the door, then that's probably not a good option. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know. I just feel like that's what I do.
Benedict asks, Hannah, do you want me to come?
Henry has healing, right?
Yeah.
Then we shouldn't take both healers with us. Like, I think Benedict should stay.
Okay. Vren, do you stay?
I would turn, since it's technically I'm under their command. Like, I'd turn to Audrey and Tago and say, "Well, where would you want me?" It's not just me as a player not wanting to make a decision.
I think Henry points out, he says, as I have let me try to decide how Henry would say this. He says, As far as I can tell, more hands at the plow will make for more chances of getting the weapon. It's right and fine if you would like to stay out there, but if all of us try to get the weapon, one of us is bound to succeed.
I think Ren would laugh a little bit. I can guarantee you, I'm not getting the weapon.
He smiles tolerantly, and then I think he says, he shrugs. He says, "This is our mission, not yours. So it's up to you."
I mean, if Henry says that and says I genuinely think that you guys could help, then Takely would say, "Okay, sure, we'll go in." But like,
I might.
I just wasn't sure if it was like a too many cooks kind of a situation, you know.
Yeah, and I don't. It's not that anyone's exactly sure about it, but from apparently from Henry's information and whatnot, like, and we've said this before out loud. It was like the idea was like several people go through the trials and one person gets it or something like that, right? Like that sort of thing. Yeah.
So are there? Is it 4 different objects that have the sets of 7 of them?
Yeah, 4 different types of objects.
All just take one object and put it in the pedestal, and then we get transported to the trials.
So does everyone walk in?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
And it seems like almost exactly once you all get in the room that the door starts swinging closed behind you.
Excellent.
Like the moment the last
7
person
allowed in.
The moment the last person crosses the threshold, the doors start to
no more than
grind
7
closed.
Well,
do you attempt to stop them? What's the plan here?
Put another window in one.
I think he's out of windows. Thank the Lord.
I'm out of window. You know what I'm not out of? An immovable rod.
True. You want to stick it in the door?
I mean,
are you literally going to stick the immovable rod in between the doors?
I don't see there being a reason that we need to keep the doors open. Like, based on what it seems like to me is just once we go through the trials, I would think that they would open back up. Like, on how this is laid out, only 7 people are allowed into the trials.
Yeah,
so
also,
it makes sense that the doors close.
Yeah.
Also, if the doors close behind us automatically, they might not open again, so we might be fine.
Mm-hmm. Yep, just curious.
I think we let it happen.
Yeah.
Okay. Doors close. Nothing else ominous seems to occur. You do, Vren, you still have detect magic up, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, as soon as the doors begin to close, you can tell a bunch of magic changed on the door. All right, like the fluctuations of the different types of magic has changed.
So that was one of the things that was meant to go off. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, it seems like something about the room has changed now that like it's entered a different state now that you've all entered.
We're in Ohio. Oh no.
I don't know why that was so funny to me, but it was. All right, so what do you do? I'll let
I go grab
Emily
one of
take the lead on
each and put it on a pedestal. Or
Okay.
like I move to put it on a pedestal and I'm like, okay, everybody, go grab your objects.
Let's have one person do it first and see what happens.
Okay, then I put them on the pedestal.
As soon as you put them on the pedestal, it does seem like they have like particular depressions that would fit each one, right? The whole pedestal starts to glow. Actually, here's something I need to describe to you, Anna. Each of the pedestals is when you get closer and you can tell, like, I describe them as having like different carvings. You can tell, you make a religion check for me. Oof.
Oh.
Okay, so you can tell that they're like Igbaye gods, but maybe the iconography is not familiar to you, so you can't tell which one is which. So I'm just gonna roll a d7 here, and we're gonna randomly choose which god you chose. Okay, 2. Okay, you chose Amadioha, the lizard-headed god of thunder and justice.
The one with the one that I had the staff of?
Yes, exactly. Yep.
Does he go,
how do you
"It's
spell
a me"?
Can you put the name in again?
Mm-hmm.
Does he go, "It's a me, Amadio"?
We've made that joke. I think we've made a Amadio ha, Amadio he. Yep,
It's Amadio ha, not
We've
Amadio.
also made that
That's what we're missing.
That's the one that we
there's
made.
one more. There's one more.
Hmm.
Amadioha!
Oh yes, yep, there we go. That's another good one. Yeah, so that you choose that one kind of randomly. So that's the second one in the row. And it starts glowing and has a particular, like, I think each of these gods probably have a color scheme associated with them. I don't know what this one would be, but we can imagine that they all have different colors associated with them. It starts glowing, and then you can tell, Anna, that like when you put these in the depressions, the whole thing rotates in different ways, right? So the centerpiece rotates where the depressions are, right? And then there's two outer rings that can rotate as well. One of them seems to hold. You speak Abyssal, so you can tell. One of them holds the 4 elements written out in hieroglyphics, and the other ring holds the cardinal directions. Do you want to make a history check real quick, and we can decipher how much you may or may not know about these objects?
Sure. History?
Yeah.
Okay. 12.
Yeah, 12 isn't super much. I mean, it looks like a staff. It looks like some sort of weird sphere, kind of like an oblong spherish shape. There's 2 different types of statuettes. One is like a ram head, and the other is like a humanoid with an elongated neck.
I just kind of start spinning the rings. I feel like there's only a limited number of combinations.
Yeah, that makes sense. Do you want to just make a luck save for me?
I guess, yeah. I'm like, there's a limited number of combinations for this.
Yep.
I will just do it the hard way.
Yeah, just brute force it.
Yeah.
Oh! Okay, first try. I think it's literally just like, Anna, first try. You as soon as you put the depressions in, you give it a spin. You give each one of them a spin, right? Like do, and then just and lands perfectly in the right places. And
like it's hard.
Exactly. So the right order was again, this wasn't meant to be a like really difficult puzzle or anything. I'll talk. We can talk in the after show about like the meanings of this and stuff. But the correct alignments are the staff with earth and north, the sphere-ish thing with air and east, the ram statuette with fire and south, and the like humanoid sculpture with water and west. So you happen to randomly spin to that, and I think like Damien gives you a look, and he's just like he's keeping it to himself, but like you can tell with your like really good insight, Anna, you can tell he's looking at you like, okay, maybe the Lady of Pain did send you here for a reason. Like, are you meant to do this? Like, right? And I guess like, yeah, as soon as you do it it glows, the pedestal glows brighter, and then the door opens, the metal door opens.
Like the opposite side door that we didn't come through?
The metal door in the inner dome, right?
Okay.
Let's see.
Do we all have to do this now that she's done it first try?
I mean, I tell you guys how to do it.
I know, but like, do we even need to since the door's open? That was my
metal door swings open, pure blackness beyond. You cannot see anything inside.
I would say I have a feeling that as soon as I step through, the doors will close.
Fair enough. That happened once already.
I mean, it really feels to me like each person gets one pedestal, and that's how it goes. I mean, I guess I feel like I should walk through this door and then we can see what happens from there. But I'm pretty sure the doors are going to close after me, and then you guys can each take your turn and we go through these trials. But if it doesn't happen, you guys are free to join me. But I'm pretty sure
whatever you want to do. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this will this is going to end up being a solo mission from here to have somebody get the weapon. So look at my pedestal for an example of how to solve it. And
deuces.
Good luck.
Yeah.
I walk into the darkness and see if the door closes behind me.
So Anna, you walk into the darkness, and we will not see what happens to you for a moment. She walks in and vanishes. The doors do not close.
Ooh.
You just follow
the rest of you do.
Follow her.
Okay. Who goes first?
I have a feeling I know why
Audrin goes first. Okay, Audrin has moved himself up. All right. Audrey,
Does
you want
he
to make a D8 for me?
Make
Or
a D8.
sorry, roll a D8 for me. Okay. All right. Make a Constitution save.
Crap, man! How many of these do you want to throw at me today?
As many as it takes, Audrin.
I told you guys you just need to each take a pedestal.
I know. I just wanted to see if we.
I'm glad that someone tried to walk through the door because I have a list of cool effects that go off.
Con save.
Okay, that's a failure.
Bad con save.
Suddenly the vault, the dome around you, the vault releases a wail of tormented spirits. So you see like ghosts start to pop out of the walls, and they just like fly around, wailing and screaming. Let's see. Actually, sorry. Trying to decide if everyone needs to do this. Yeah, I think everyone does. Everybody make a Constitution save.
Dang it. Well, so much for that.
Including me.
Actually, you know what? No. Let's scrap that. Only I double checked.
roll a double crit.
That is pretty cool. But I double checked the other criteria, like the other thing that happens here, and it wouldn't make. I would not want all of you to have to make this save. That would be cruel of me. Audrin. Actually, it could be pretty funny.
My God.
Bren already succeeded, so it wouldn't be funny if just him survived. Okay, so this is just something Audrin is experiencing. So Audrin, you assume, right, like this is happening live for you. So you're assuming everyone can hear this, but no one else is reacting. Like a bunch of Igbaya ghosts just like come out of the walls and start screaming and wailing and rushing at you. You failed your Constitution save, so you take 40, 12, 23 necrotic damage. As their like negative energy is just trying to like drain away your spirit. And then
would you consider this an attacker?
No.
This isn't an attack.
It's like their wail. Well, I guess it might be. What is it? Read that off to me again.
Here, I'll do this.
It's not
hits you with an
hitting
attack. It's not hitting you with an attack. It's like an
Okay.
effect. Yeah. Okay, so you become frightened for 1 minute. Those frightened by this effect must use their movement to flee from the vault. So Audrin, how much movement you got?
30.
But you can like bonus action. You can move 90 feet in a round, right? If you really tried.
Let me see. I could do.
Yeah, 'cause you could move, action move, and then bonus action move.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Audrin starts flying full speed towards the door. Does someone try to stop him? You also, as soon as you Audrin, you can see the doors, like the doors you came in, start to shimmer like they're suddenly transparent. Like the vault is going to let you leave.
Okay. Well, then.
Does someone try to stop him?
I think Takui is
Why
the
would
most
they?
sensible person to try and
Wait,
stop
but
him.
is he? You said he was flying out.
Like, I'm
Well, I
running.
guess you don't have. I guess you don't have to fly. I just assume that Audrin is always flying, but I guess that's
No,
probably not the
Audrin's
case. Well, because
can't.
there's like a limit on how long you can do it, so that makes sense. So Audrin just
2
starts
hours.
booking it towards the door. Yeah. You try to stop him,
And the door
to
like
you
starts
guys.
like opening.
No, the door doesn't start opening. Like if you guys, I don't think you guys have noticed yet because you haven't turned around and looked. But like the door is now transparent. The door is behind you. So Audrin is running full speed. You don't know what he reacted to, but he cries out in alarm. Seems to like grow weak, like kind of like goes back, like leans back like that, and then just runs towards the door.
We should definitely stop him so he doesn't alert
Okay.
people.
I mean, yeah, I think Takui would just be like, try to like grapple him.
All right, opposing athletics / yeah, I think it's. What do you do when you're opposing a grapple? Can you do
Just
acrobatics?
strength checks? Or
It's,
acrobatics or athletics?
strength.
I know that
athletics.
the grappler has to do athletics, but I think the grapplee
Mhm.
can do acrobatics if they will wish.
I thought
Whatever.
it was opposing strength checks, and then to get out, they could do an.
That might be
acrobatics.
true. Let me check. Conditions, grapple.
Oh no, it actually says a grapple check is the strength check contested by their athletic checks or acrobatics. So
Yeah, so whatever you would want to do, Audrey, it doesn't really matter to me. You can choose the worst one if you'd like to fail this. That's fine with me. I don't care.
oh man.
That's a 20.
Jeez.
Man.
All right,
Okay.
good luck, Takeway. Do you want to go into a rage so you have advantage?
I have a +9.
Okay,
Like,
all right. Famous last words.
I don't know why I would rage at my
Right, I know,
boyfriend.
I know,
Like that
I know.
doesn't make any
Yeah.
sense.
I know.
Stop running!
I'm just worried.
Uh,
Do you have inspiration charge right now, Takeway?
it wouldn't matter regardless. So
Oh, you got to. Oh, I didn't realize you had already rolled. Yeah, 16. Okay, so she failed. She tries to grapple him.
She just
Did other
like,
people
goes
try?
and then
Yeah, I
Audrey
think
just,
so.
Like
Pushes me
acrobatically
away.
leaps her.
Oh, actually,
I feel like
you
he's
know
like,
what? Yeah, you know what? I the thing is, like, there are so many people in between him and the door. I don't know if we need to make a huge deal about everyone rolling. It's almost impossible that all of you fail. So I think it makes sense that like Takeway tries, fails, and then like everyone just kind of piles on him like, oh no, stop. Let's just do it that way.
the thing is though, can any of us catch him? Or I guess if you're just already never, that's fine.
Yeah. Like he's just running. I don't think Audrin would automatically fly away per se,
Mhm.
right?
I think Audrin does like, oh, he's not down. He just goes, don't go in there.
Maybe we should just okay. Well, that's no. I think this just kind of answered my question. We do in fact need to put the things in the pedestals. We just found it out in an unexpected, slightly funny way.
Yeah.
okay, well, who wants to go first?
Who has the best religion out of all of you?
Audrin,
Whoever
I
knows.
I think it's Audrin, actually,
It sounded
yeah.
so weird. Who has the best religion? We're gonna.
Audrin, do you want to make a religion check with advantage?
Sure.
Because I'm assuming that they're letting you calm down. They're waiting a moment, right? And then you're back to yourself. And by the point that happens, like after a minute passes, Audrin, like the ghosts fade.
I just realized Anna's gonna be in there alone for a minute, at least. Oh,
Nice. Okay. I do think that like Damien and Henry are already putting pedestals together while you guys take care of Audrin. So I'm going to real quick roll randomly for them. I'm gonna keep rolling the D7, and then just ignore a result of 2. Okay. There you go. All right. So Damien chooses
okay.
Mupataku, who I don't think you guys even have met or like known about gods wise so far. So that's what Damien chose. I'm gonna write these down. Emily Madio. Nope. Emily is your player name. Damien Mapataku. Nope, sorry. Mupataku. And then Henry. 5. Njoku-ji. So that's I think that's got a fire and volcanoes and stuff. Because they're I don't think they are particularly caring about that. But then with a religion check, Audrin, as the rest of you are like looking at these and being like, okay, you know, is there any significance to which one we're choosing? You can tell that the ones remaining are the first one is Ale, which is like the goddess of fertility in the underworld. Ikenga, who is like a ram-headed god of success and like wealth and stuff. Ikwensu, the god of war and bargains. And Oguta, the god of water. So however you would like to split those up, with your 24 religion, Audrin, the one thing that would be important to remember about these gods, besides what I've already told you, is Ikwensu is the god. You're not entirely sure what the causality is on this, but that's what Demogorgon has been called. Whether or not there was an actual god named Ikwensu and he took his place or killed him, or was Ikwensu all along, I don't think has ever been found out. But that would be the one piece of information that would be important to know. if you would like to avoid that or something, right?
So all of us have to take one of these, right?
Mm-hmm. There are
I
4 remaining. Yeah, 4 remaining.
I keep that piece of information to myself, and I take that one for myself.
Okay, classic Oddward move.
Of course he does. I wouldn't
Amazing.
expect anything different.
Very good.
Here's the thing: it's not from why you probably would think. This is no act of heroism. This is Audrin's inquisitive mind at work. Like, nobody knows what the deal is with that. Oh, I'm gonna do some research right now.
Okay, yeah. Do some hands-on practical research. I'll roll randomly for Benedict. So the remaining ones, he chooses Ikenga, so the ram god of success. So Audrin's doing Aquensu. Benedict is doing Ikenga. And what do the rest of you choose? The ones remaining are Ale and Oguta. Ale is the goddess of fertility in the underworld, and Oguta is the god of water.
Ren would probably pick the fertility one.
The fertility goddess. Okay, yeah, sounds good.
He's like, because he thinks it might be a succubus, and he's like, I've dealt with them before.
All right, cool. And then Takui, you get Oguta, the god of water. Kind of ironic. For a fire genasi. Okay, cool. So as each of you successively place these in the right alignments, the pedestals glow. The door has remained open this entire time and doesn't seem to have changed. But as long as you all enter after you've put your pedestal together, there's no effect when you walk through the door. You can walk through the door as normal. So as long as all of you do so, we move on to the next part. Here's a question. Do we want to take a break now before we get into the trials?
Sure.
More specifically, yeah, let's do that, and then we can come back and jump into it. This is going perfectly. I'm very happy with how this has all gone so far. I'm very excited to reveal to you all the fun trials that I've made up for this. So stick around. We got more Terra Invicta right after this.